Hello everybody, Patrick Glenn Nichols, Muscle Car Barn Finds, and today I'd like to share with you, I'm going to go on this journey on this back side of this property here. I got wind on the way back from Ohio, Michigan, coming through Ohio down through Kentucky, of a piece of property loaded with a bunch of old tractor trailers, like a salvage yard that had some old muscle cars stored in these tractor trailers. I finally found the owner to this property, and some of that seems to be true, and I got permission to survey this property. The last I heard was a Chevelle and a Camaro out here. Most of it, what I was told, is to the far back and right, some to the left end of the far back. So we'll go walking through here, and I thought I would take you along on this journey out here in Kentucky, where I found out about these muscle cars that have been stashed out here in these old tractor trailers. So here we go. First thing we do is, he said the gate was open, and it is. Make our way back here. Again, from what I was told, should be a Chevelle or two, a Camaro or two inside of a trailer and some outside. I won't go too far over to the left side of the property because of the directions that I was given. So I was given permission to come back here and look at this stuff and do whatever I want according to the owner. He was familiar with me and what I do in these videos, so he was proud to let me come back here and do this. So I'm really appreciative of being able to take a journey through this property where I guess generally nobody is allowed to go. We do have a sun glare, so when I go to my left, which is pretty much the west, we have a sun glare. I don't see anything down there visibly, or a tractor trailer that would be large enough to house a car. An old bus here, a tour bus, Winnebago to the right, like an old trash truck, two more track. There's one way down there to the left. We may go down there, and I don't foresee anything being inside of a Winnebago. So make our way further back, and the first thing I have spotted already, to the far back of this property, I spotted a 70 Chevelle straight ahead. Looks to be primer or burgundy, far back and right. So let's check in here. Nothing. Okay, so what we have here, I'll keep going. I think maybe the first thing I'll do is go check out that 70 Chevelle. And it's still warm enough for it to be a snake around here, so I have to kind of watch that. Nothing. Please forgive me today if I am quick or fast movements with the camera, which I try not to do that most of the time. Okay. We've got an old fender and an open one over here. I'm going to go straight to this 70 Chevelle and open that one to my left on the way back, and the one to my right. That would be the far back and right. Well, let's see what we have here with this Chevelle. Got an SS rear bumper on it. Doesn't prove anything, but I'm going to guess that this is a real 70 Chevelle SS. Like we got another Chevelle right here, and 71-ish to 71 Oldsmobile, and a Buick. Oh yeah, nice 70 Chevelle. Looks to be black cherry. We got the S's on the fenders. And the holes, those look to be correct Super Sport fenders. We've got a Super Sport dash. Somebody has stolen the tack, looks to be. We got a hole in the floorboard. We've got 4-speed pedals, Super Sport, black bucket seats. This appears to be a real Super Sport car. Looks like we got a Malibu grill in the front though. See what we have under the hood here. Again, I gotta watch the ground around me. That's definitely not the original grill if this is a Super Sport car. We've got a Super Sport hood. Okay. We've got the big block steering. We've got a 4-speed column. If you see that nub, it's really short. I think we've been over that before. That's for the 4-speed. And then an automatic will be quite a bit longer and hooked. So this is definitely a 4-speed car. No cowl induction, no provisions for the cowl induction. And we've got no provisions for tacking gauges, so it appears the tacking gauges was added. And we've got F41 suspension. And it looks like we've got power disc brakes. And we've got metal inner fenders. So this more than likely is a Kansas or Atlanta. This is Kansas, okay? Real quick so we can move on. 136-37 window, 2-door hardtop Cayenne, Kansas. We got the body number 756, which the car is showing 756 black buckets. And then of course 78, like we thought, is black cherry upper and lower, 3rd week of January, and then the infamous L in data processing. So yeah, it's a real strong possibility that this car is a real Super Sport car. Really nice 70 Chevelle. This is somebody would save this car. Like I've said before, I've saved a lot worse. So go around it real quick. Again, excuse the glare. We're in the sun, a lot of sun. Got some damage to the quarter panel. And it looks like Harold, Southtown. Anybody's guess as to where this car has been most of its life, but it's in Kentucky now. Okay, to this other car. All right, we have right here, if we can focus, looks like a green car, another Kansas car, and I can't make out, 1st week of January. Here's an automatic car. This is the lever for the reverse, or the safety switch for the automatic. And this is a 70 Chevelle. Appears to be another Super Sport car. A lot of the stuff is missing, but this looks to be like an automatic, possibly 70 Chevelle Super Sport, more than likely. I won't survey the 71 Oldsmobile, which appears to be one. I think we have, see if we got bigger fish maybe to fry over here. When I was told that there's cars inside of tractor trailers, so one might assume that the cars in the tractor trailers may be a little more rare or collectible than the ones outside, but you never know. You never can tell. But you would never know these cars on the back side of this property unless somebody, you got wind of it, and the right channels and the right people would tell you. A lot of times they tell you no when it is here. It's just a matter of if you're lucky or not. Or you just got to be a really good person and be a people person. Yep, here we go. A 69 Chevelle. Yellow. I was told from the owner that this was out here somewhere, and it's a 375 car. Now I gotta find a way to get up in this car and get up in this trailer. Let's see, it's gotta be something to stand on or climb. Nothing to stand on there. What do we have over here? There we go. There we go. Perfect. Like somebody's been getting into these trailers. This looks to be the way. They've been using. This is what they've been using. Okay. Please bear with me. Of course, my videos are true reality. I'll do my best to just bring you along for the ride, and that's what we're doing here. Okay, here we go. All right, like 69 Super Sport in rare yellow color. Looks to be a nice car. Okay. Right off the bat, we see plastic inner fenders. We got a single gas line, so I was told this was a 375 car. This is a possibility that we have the 4-speed steering column. And what do we have on the cow tag? Okay, 69-13637, Kansas. Then we have the body number, 755, black bench seat interior, and then the rare Daytona Yellow. So showing up correct with a B with a black vinyl top. 04D for the 4th week of April. Then we got data processing and the infamous L. So this showing up to be a really rare 69 Chevelle. About 9,500 were of the L78 variety, which we've been over before, but you add in the L78 and the Super Sport only Daytona Yellow, this is a pretty rare car. Showing to have a tilt steering column, but that can't be proved pretty much unless we have documentation. I don't know if the engine to this car is present. It's definitely showing up to be a really rare L78 Daytona Yellow 69 Chevelle. And then this next car, is my understanding, is a 68 Z28 in a special color, silver. Silver was not available in 68, it's my understanding. And this car was ordered in the special paint silver. I'll try to reach over to the cow tag on this and get you guys a focus. I can't reach it. So we got 68, 1st week of March, 12437, Norwood, and then I think that's 93,252, and then 712 interior, and then of course the main thing here is you see the dashes for the special paint. And I do believe on a 68 Z28 it had a different engine. The 69 had an MO suffix code, whereas 69 had the DZ. And I think that some of the original silver paint, I was told that in 68 there's a good possibility that this was Cadillac silver. But when it comes to special paint, don't hold me to that because it was silver. I don't know exactly what shade of silver. And you can see some of the original Z28 striping. Let's see what we got back here. Okay. And I was told, now I remember this car was tuned once at Berger Chevrolet. It was not bought new at Berger, but it was brought there and tuned, and the decal is still on it from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Pretty neat. 68 Z28 right there. Pretty rare car. It's my understanding it's only about 7,200 Z28s in 1968. Or in 69 it was over 20,000. So generally 1/3 in 68 as in 69. And then we got a Firebird here. Looks like it was for sale at one point. No, NFS not for sale. Convertible. PHS document, factory rare, 404 speed. Looks like it says 11,000 tack. And folding seat. And you can see the 400 on the hood. It's a pretty neat car in itself. This guy's collected some neat stuff and hoarded up out here. So I'm glad that I followed up on this lead and was able to bring this to you. I'll do my best now to show you the interior to this car. And like I heard, it's rare but rough. And that's generally the way you find them these days. I definitely know rough when I see it dealing with barn finds. I know survivors as well. But when you get into something as rare as some of these cars, I mean, when they're basket cases, but they're still brought back to life. And that's what we got to do. That's the name of the game, is to bring back the rare cars that are worthy of the investment. Really nice 68 Z28 and a really nice 69 Chevelle SS 396 special, well, Daytona Yellow, rare Daytona Yellow, super sport only, which appears to be an L78 car as well. I don't know where the engines are to these cars. If they are on location, I do believe some of the documentation is present with these cars as well. But I'm glad that I come out here to document these cars and see exactly what this individual had or has for you. One more time with the 69 Chevelle. Yep, plastic inner fenders on both sides. Neat car. Okay, we will move along. Get a shot down the side of this 69 and underneath. Pretty rare car. We got one of 7,268. The Firebird is anybody's guess as far as how rare that is. I'm not really familiar with that convertible and how rare that would be. You might want to check that. And then I know how rare this 69 Chevelle is. Just engine alone is about 9,500. And the paint, you had the paint, Daytona Yellow L78, you're talking rare at that point. I will shut the hoods later. Let's go to this next build. Okay, I was told there's a pretty rare 73 Z28 here, which I believe that's what we have. And I think it's my understanding that black was a special paint on a 73 Z28 as well. So this is another special paint car. And I don't think I can get around here to read that cow tag without hurting some of his parts and standing on it. But this is definitely a 73 Z28. Pretty Pretty neat car. Okay, 69 Camaro here. Some old cool Day 2 Kragers. Some old Bi-Sply Race Masters. They're in bad shape, but they're old school. And it's loaded with parts. And it's dark back here, so bear with me. And the back side here looks like to be another 70 to 72 Chevelle. Okay, we've got air conditioning, so that'll eliminate the special high performance. We've got the automatic, and it appears to be a Cal induction automatic car, no gauges by the firewall. And the F41 suspension is not here. And we've got drum brakes on this car. So, not sold that this is a super sport car just yet. And we got a Cal tag right there. And I'll review that later. I barely can reach it. I'm not for sure this is a super sport car, but it's a nice car. Air conditioning, automatic. F41 suspension is gone. Doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't born with it. So without some documentation, we'd have to definitely dig a lot further and make an informed opinion is about the best you can do on that car. All right, if we look at this 73Z a little better. That is a cool car. Black with white stripes. And a 69 Camaro, which I may dig into that later on as well. See if there's anything rare or special about this 69 Camaro on top of these other cars. It seems to me if this guy owns it, there's probably a little something special about it. But you don't know. Sometimes people buy things for parts and this, that, and the other. Okay. Some fenders here. And I'll try one more tractor trailer and we will go from there. I think I have seen the right trailers that I was supposed to locate. We got 1, 2, 3 70 Chevelles, 68 Camaro, 69 Camaro. And what do we have in here? Not really nothing. Some old doors. And that's about it. Okay. And be careful where I step. And make my way back out this way. Okay, the main points out here is a black cherry 70 Chevelle SS, in my opinion. Looks like we have a green possible 70 Chevelle SS, a 69 Chevelle special high performance, Daytona Yellow Super Sport only, 68 Camaro Z28 special paint in silver, rare car as well. We got an old Firebird in the back convertible, and then the 73 Z and the 70 Chevelle possible Malibu. Really a lot of cool cars on the back side of this property here. I'm glad that I stopped. I'm glad that I dug deeper. This is how you find these cars, is you have to follow up on leads and you have to be able to speak to people and make friends and just be a real personable person. And sometimes you're allowed to look at these people's property. Not everything is for sale. Some of this stuff could be bought possibly. I have not tried. But the fact is, knowing where, which I've said many times, knowing where is half the battle. That's period. That's what got me into this, most of it. Some of it is to create permanent documents for people and so forth and so on. I like documenting these cars and finding them. It's really good for the hobby. And I have a lot of people, and I've met a lot of nice, wonderful people traveling around doing this. I hope you enjoyed this video back here on this piece of property in the country in Kentucky. Really hidden away. Looks to be like a tractor trailer salvage yard, but it's also a hidden muscle car gym playground, pretty much. Graveyard or tractor trailer garage of some really rare cars. Thanks for watching. If you need assistance or have a rare find that you may want to share as well, not necessarily have to be a Chevy, it could be a Mopar or a Ford, or you need assistance authenticating your 1970 Chevelle and inspected and possibly entering into the National Registry, you can contact me at Patrick Glenn Nichols, Muscle Car Barn Finds on Facebook and YouTube, or pnichols26@yahoo. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks a lot. More videos on the way.